Hello and welcome to TheMan Games. You guys asked for it and I'm gonna deliver it. You wanted to see a part 2 of I made Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar a tag team, and that is what we're gonna do today on the channel. If you haven't seen part 1, please, I'll put a link in the description and you can check that out there. So I definitely recommend watching part 1 before you watch this one here. So, quick recap. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, they won the tag team championships. Brock Lesnar won the WWE Championship, Roman Reigns won the Universal Championship, but then the main event at WrestleMania, it was Brock and Roman won the WWE Championship off Brock Lesnar, but they are technically still a tag team. So we're going to go into the night after WrestleMania now, and they're in the opening match, so it's going to be Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns against a random team of Titus O'Neil and Rey Mysterio, and Titus O'Neil win. Wow. So now we're going to go over to this week's SmackDown, and we have Kofi Kingston against Roman Reigns. And Kofi won. Roman Reigns, he's double champion and he's lost two nights in a row. And now the next week of Raw, and we have Roman against Big E on this episode of Raw. Can Roman win? And Roman does. He defeats Big E, so finally getting a win now. And now moving over to SmackDown again, and we have Roman and Kofi again, but notably this time there's no one in either man's corner, and Kofi wins again. Wow. So now back over to Raw. Right, so now we have Xavier Woods teaming up with Seth Rollins against Brock and Roman. So no, they've lost again, so that's the second tag team match they've lost. So we have Kofi against Roman Reigns, but Roman has Paul Heyman in his corner this week. And Kofi's won him for a third time. It does say rivalry complete though at the bottom there. So it makes me wonder, who is he going to fight at Money in the Bank? So here we are now, we are at Money in the Bank. So Lesnar is in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So the Street Profits, Otis, R-Truth, Akira Tozawa, Big E, Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. So last year in the game, Seth Rollins did win the Money in the Bank. Can he do it 2 years in a row, or can Brock win it? And he does! Brock Lesnar's Mr. Money in the Bank, so he can cash in against his tag team partner at any point. And now, not the main event, but we have Kofi against Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship with no Paul Heyman in his corner. That is a bit... Oh, it's a ladder match. That is why. No, Kofi wins! Roman's lost the Universal Championship, so maybe Brock could cash in on Kofi and get the Universal title, maybe. So we have Roman and Brock going up against John Cena and Seth Rollins against AJ and Rey Mysterio. And AJ and Rey win. So ever since their match at WrestleMania, they've not won a tag team match yet. So we've got Brock Lesnar teaming up with Ricochet, very random, against the Usos. And Brock Lesnar wins with a different tag team partner. Interesting. And then we've got Roman closing out the show with a promo against Kofi Kingston, which he won the promo battle. So Roman demanded that the champion face him in the ring, looking to settle things for good with their championship rematch right around the corner. Kofi answered as expected. Talk ran short and tempers ran hot as the two superstars turned their confrontation into a brawl. So now Roman and Brock, they're going up against Woods and John Cena with Big E in their corner. And they finally win a tag team match. And now this week's main event at SmackDown is Kofi and Roman going at it again. And Roman picks up the win. And now this week on Raw, it's Woods and AJ Styles going up against Lesnar and Reigns. And AJ and Woods gets the win. And randomly, Reginald in the main event of Raw. And so on this SmackDown, it is Roman with Paul Heyman against Xavier Woods with Big E. And Roman wins. And now we're off to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And it is Roman against Kofi again for the Universal Championship in a steel cage. And Kofi retains. So Roman doesn't win back the Universal Championship. And the main event, it's a tag team match between Roman and Brock against Madcap Moss and Drew McIntyre. Strange team, but it says it's a rivalry match, so maybe they're now a team or something. And Roman and Brock win. And we have Roman and Brock against AJ and John Cena, and they win against Cena and AJ. And on this SmackDown, it is Brock and Roman against the Viking Raiders, with Brock and Roman winning. And now move along to the SmackDown before SummerSlam. And we have Roman against Woods again, and this time we've got Brock in his corner, not Paul Heyman. And Woods wins. And in the opening match, we've got Roman and Brock defending the tag titles against the Viking Raiders on the retain. And they're against the Viking Raiders again. And the Viking Raiders win this time, but it was a non-title match. And in the main event, it's Roman against AJ Styles. Whoa, and it says rivalry complete match. Edge. Not really sure what that means, we might have to go and look at the news. The crowd is turning against Edge as a desperate attack for an early advantage against the champion, so it looks like Edge attacked Roman Reigns at the end of Raw. And the main event of this week's SmackDown is very random. We've got Jey Uso and Bayley against Roman Reigns and Naomi, with Naomi and Reigns winning. And in this week's main event of Raw, we've got Roman against Seth Rollins, with Rollins winning. Tensions explode around champion and challenger after a fight erupted between Roman and Edge on the stage. The title match promised to be exciting with the animosity running high between these stars, so it looks like Edge got involved again in Roman's business. And now we're going back over to SmackDown, and it looks like Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are going up against the Usos in the main event, and Roman win against the Usos. And we have Edge challenging Roman for the WWE Championship, and Roman retains. And we have Brock and Roman against the Viking Raiders against the Usos non-title match, with Brock and Roman winning. And we have Brock and Roman against the New Day, with Brock and Roman beating them. And we have Roman and Brock going up against Seth and AJ, with Brock and Reigns winning. And they're up against the Viking Raiders, like Roman and Lesnar beating them. So they started off the year a bit rubbish, but they're back on a winning streak. And we have Brock and Roman going at it for the WWE Championship. So this is a WrestleMania rematch. Tag team partners going up against each other. I don't know why the main event is No Way Jose against Robert Roode though. That makes no sense at all. So who's going to win this one? Oh, and Reigns retains again. So he's beaten Brock Lesnar twice now. But remember, Brock Lesnar is still Mr. Money in the Bank. And we have Lesnar and Reigns against Rollins and AJ again, with Lesnar and Reigns retaining, so they're still a team. It looks like at least they haven't broken up or anything after Lesnar's lost again to Reigns. And it's the Viking Raiders again, and the Raiders win this time. So in this episode of Raw, they're going against AJ and Rollins again, with Rollins and AJ getting the win, so they've had 2 losses in a row now. And they're defending the titles against them. I'm a bit nervous, I kind of feel like they're going to lose, to be honest. They've lost a few matches recently. No, they've retained them. And they're going up against the New Day on this episode of SmackDown. And the New Day beat Lesnar and Reigns. And a very random match, we've got Becky Lynch and Robert Roode going up against Brock Lesnar and Bianca Belair. And Roode and Lynch win. And they're going up against the Viking Raiders again. Brock and Roman winning. And they're going up against the Viking Raiders for the titles again. Oh, they've lost them! The Viking Raiders have beaten Roman and Brock for the titles, so I'm pretty sure they held the titles for over a year. And it's Roman against Otis in the main event. So Otis is tag team champions with Chad Gable. And Otis has won against Roman in the main event of Raw. And in the main event, we've got Seth Rollins against Otis with Tucker in Otis's corner. You've got to think Roman's going to be getting involved somehow, maybe, with Otis being in the main event again. So it says Seth wins, so we'll check out the news. So it says Otis has had enough from his rival, taking out all his frustrations and anger on Roman Reigns with a furious attack. This superstar's preference and courage are being put on display after delivering payback. And in the main event, we've got Otis against Reigns again, and Roman wins this time round. So Otis is in a tag team match against the Dirty Dogs, so maybe he's not going to be fighting or getting into an interaction with Roman. And in the main event, it's AJ Styles against Roman Reigns. Check out the news and see if anything's changed there. Otis assaulted Roman Reigns in a ruthless attack, the superstar showing no mercy to his championship rival. He made it clear that he intends to crush his opponent in order to walk out of their title match with the championship, even if he has to end a career. So he must have got involved in the end of AJ and Roman's match. And now we're at the Royal Rumble. So it is Otis and Roman for the WWE Championship. You've got to think Roman's got to return here. And he does. And the men's 30-man Royal Rumble match. And the winner of that is Seth frickin' Rollins wins the Royal Rumble. And we have Brock and Roman in the main event against the Street Profits, with Brock and Roman winning. And in the main event, we have Otis and Chad Gable with Tucker in their corner against Roman and Lesnar with Paul Heyman in theirs. And Reigns and Lesnar win. And here at the Elimination Chamber, it is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And Otis and Gable retain. And in the main event, we've got Brock Lesnar cashing in his Money in the Bank against Roman Reigns. Who's going to win out of this one? And Lesnar does, he takes the championship off Reigns. And in the main event, it's Roman and Lesnar again, and it says rivalry match, so I'm assuming that means they have now broken up as a tag team. And Roman gets the win, but it was non-title, so Lesnar is still champion. And we have Roman and Brock in the main event again, and Roman wins a second week in a row. And so the main event of Fastlane is Roman against Brock Lesnar again for the WWE Championship. And Lesnar retains when the championship is on the line. So I think, guys, we're just going to skip straight ahead to WrestleMania and see if they're going to go for it again at WrestleMania. So here we are at WrestleMania. And we're going to see if it is Roman and Brock again like last year for the WWE Championship. So first match is AJ and Big E. AJ winning. Then we've got Naomi against Shayna, with Shayna winning. Sami Zayn against R-Truth, with R-Truth winning the IC title. Bobby against Robert Roode, with Robert Roode winning. Then we've got Sheamus and Kofi for the Universal Championship. So you gotta think it's either gonna be, well, you gotta think maybe it's Seth and Brock, haven't you? Maybe. And it's a triple threat match, so it's gonna be Roman, Brock and Seth for the WWE Championship. Last time I played as Roman and we won the championship, but I think this time I'm gonna play as Brock Lesnar, and we'll see if we can keep the title on Brock. So this time I have remembered to change the Roman Reigns, so it's not the old like Shield version, it is the new bloodline. I mean, you've got to think we could have Seth and Roman teaming up in a bit of a Shield reunion. Take down there by Seth. I'm not sure what happened there. Right, come on, Brock. Oh, I missed there. Oh, clothesline to Seth. Seth rolled to outside the ring. Double axe onto the face of Roman. Oh, drop kick, but he missed. Take down there. Right now, picking Reigns up. Belly to belly. Gonna go for Seth. Oh, missed. Don't think so, Rollins. Don't think so. Another clothesline. Knee to the face. And Roman is rolling to the outside. Spine buster there. Need to stay on top of Seth friggin' Rollins. An awesome move there by Lesnar. And now just beating down Seth. Ring taking down Roman. Oh, Seth was ready for me there. Not that time though, Seth. I'm going to go back for Roman. Roman's rolling out of the corner. Maybe do an elbow drop or a knee to the face. Elbow drop it was. And now, maybe it's time to take a trip to Suplex City, Roman. There's one. Maybe Rollins might break it up there. There's two. And there's the third one. I think we need to go straight for Rollins. Yes, I thought it was going to be straight on top of us. Ah, reverse that, Rollins. And he's up for an F5. This could be it. And he's hit it on Rollins. Gone for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And Lesnar retains the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. And there you have it. That was year 2 of this Roman and Brock as a tag team. Unfortunately, they did end up splitting up this time around. But thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you if you've watched both parts to this story of Brock and Roman. If you have enjoyed today's video, please remember to click that like button. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the video. If you've got any other ideas for any of these types of videos, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback. If you haven't already subscribed to TheMan Games, please think about doing that. And if you have subscribed, make sure to have the notifications turned on so then you'll know when our next video goes up on the channel. So thank you very much for watching this video today, and I'll see you on the next video.